Let's get more on this now from Dr. James Smith. He's an emergency doctor and lecturer on humanitarian studies at University College in London. Welcome to you, Doctor. And I want to start just with some of the numbers that I just mentioned. Average age dropping, not just a bit, dramatic, halving practically for some people. This suggests to me older people in Gaza have actually been especially affected. Is that because perhaps they're the most vulnerable to the humanitarian conditions that we're seeing?
Well, what we're seeing actually, the study and others that have preceded it have looked at the age and sex distribution in mortality, so Palestinians that have been killed in Gaza. And what they have identified is that there is a particularly high risk of death across the age course, and regardless of whether you are male or female. And what they say explicitly in their study is that this correlates with previous research in historical genocides. So what we're talking about here, of course, is a context of genocide. This is not war or armed conflict. And it's particularly important that we use that language, but also that people in the health sciences space, the public health space, use that language as well. And arguably, and this has been said by many others, not just myself, the public health community has a lot to answer for its failure, really, to act more decisively with respect to Israel's genocide in Gaza. So the point that I'm trying to make is that we are dealing with a very different type of situation here, one where people, regardless of whether they are very old or whether they are newborn babies, face a phenomenally high risk of being killed, because that is the aim of genocide, to destroy in whole or in part a population, in this case on the basis simply that they are Palestinian.
There's the immediate damage and then there's the long-term damage. So if we look at the conditions there, poor sanitation, malnutrition, people are exposed to wet, cold conditions. Would those factors impact negatively on the development and the growth of children there?
Absolutely. I mean, what the research that you've opened by discussing there doesn't account for, if we stay with mortality for a moment, so those people that have been killed, all we're talking about is direct trauma-related deaths. So there is still a significant undercount of non-trauma-related mortality, those people that are still missing, the number of which is unknown. And of course, all those that have been injured, left disabled, people with ongoing health needs that have deteriorated, none of that is accounted for in research of this nature. And the conditions, as you have outlined, with respect to the horrific situation that is still ongoing in Gaza, of course, will have immediate implications, both in terms of the spread of disease, skin, respiratory, gastrointestinal infections, risk of deterioration in pre-existing health problems, but of course will have long-term implications for people over the life course that we can't begin to qualify or quantify yet at this stage.
James, great to speak to you. Thank you for your time. Dr. James Smith from University College London.